Have you ever wondered how some families seem to keep their shelves stocked with home canned goods year-round while barely stepping into a grocery store? The Amish have mastered this art thanks to their commitment to self-sufficiency and their knowledge of canning. For the Amish, canning is more than a way to store food. It's a lifestyle that connects them to their land, their family, and their community. This traditional practice is one of the ways the Amish save money long-term, preserving the harvest at its peak and reducing the need for costly store-bought foods. Amish families are known for their frugality, but they're also masters of making simple, flavorful meals from fresh, seasonal ingredients. By canning these ingredients at home, they can enjoy the taste of summer tomatoes, garden vegetables, and homemade broths even in the heart of winter. Canning isn't only about having food in storage, it's about capturing the freshness of each season to enjoy it later. In this video, we'll explore 7 canning recipes that are cornerstones of Amish pantries, from flavorful onion broth to versatile jams. These recipes don't just fill the shelves, they reduce waste, cut down on grocery bills, and provide meals bursting with homegrown flavor. Whether you're already a canner or just starting out, these Amish-inspired recipes will give you valuable ways to save money and make your pantry a treasure trove of preserved goodness. So, if you're ready to discover how the Amish save both time and money with their canning methods, stay tuned and press the subscribe button. Let's dive into each recipe and learn how simple, wholesome ingredients can transform into long-lasting pantry staples. With each recipe, you'll find tips for capturing nature's bounty, reducing waste, and making your pantry a source of pride. Recipe 1. Onion broth, a versatile pantry staple. One of the most versatile items in the Amish pantry is onion broth. This simple yet flavorful broth serves as the backbone for a variety of meals, enhancing everything from soups and stews to casseroles and grains. The Amish value every ingredient, so creating a broth that brings depth and richness to meals is essential. Made with a few simple ingredients, onion broth is also one of the most budget-friendly pantry staples, making it a smart choice for anyone who values flavor and savings. The process of making onion broth is straightforward. Amish cooks begin by caramelizing fresh onions, slowly cooking them down until they're golden and full of flavor. This slow cooking allows the natural sugars in the onions to develop, adding a rich sweetness that enhances the final broth. A pinch of salt is added, along with a dash of turmeric, a popular ingredient that brings warmth and a hint of anti-inflammatory benefits. This combination of onions and turmeric creates a golden aromatic broth that's as nutritious as it is tasty. Once the onions are thoroughly caramelized, water is added to simmer, drawing out every ounce of flavor. When it's time to can, the Amish rely on a hot water bath or pressure canner. The hot broth is poured into sterilized jars, then sealed with lids and carefully submerged in boiling water. The jars are left to process until fully sealed, preserving the broth and allowing it to be stored for months without refrigeration, a necessity in many Amish households. Once the jars cool, they're checked for a proper seal to ensure the broth will last all winter. Beyond saving money, onion broth reduces the need for store-bought sodium-packed broths that often contain preservatives. Homemade broth made from fresh ingredients allows Amish families to add flavor naturally without any artificial additives. A pantry stocked with onion broth means they're prepared for almost any recipe without relying on pricey packaged alternatives. For anyone seeking to save on groceries while embracing a self-sufficient lifestyle, this recipe is a delicious and practical starting point. Recipe 2. Salsa, a flavorful, year-round staple. Salsa may seem like a modern favorite, but it's a pantry essential in Amish kitchens, too. Amish salsa isn't just for chips. It's a versatile ingredient used in a variety of dishes, from casseroles and soups to marinades and even as a topping for meats. Since it's made from simple, garden-fresh ingredients, salsa is a popular way for Amish families to stretch their pantry without relying on store-bought condiments that can be pricey and full of preservatives. Making Amish salsa starts with fresh tomatoes, ideally those picked right from the garden. Combined with onions, bell peppers, garlic, and a hint of vinegar, these tomatoes transform into a delicious, tangy salsa that's just right for a wide range of dishes. Some Amish families add a dash of mild chili powder or fresh cilantro to enhance the flavors, while others prefer a milder blend to suit all palates. Each family's salsa recipe is unique, passed down through generations with personal touches added each season. Once the ingredients are prepped, they're simmered together until flavors meld perfectly. Amish families then prepare jars for canning, using the hot water bath method. After filling each jar with the hot salsa, the jars are sealed and submerged in boiling water to create a vacuum seal, ensuring that the salsa can be safely stored for months. This simple canning method keeps the salsa fresh without refrigeration, preserving the flavors of the harvest long after summer ends. Amish families often stock up on several jars of salsa each season, enough to last through the winter and spring. By canning their own salsa, they not only save money, but also reduce waste by using up the season's tomato bounty. Each jar represents a taste of summer that can be enjoyed in the colder months when fresh produce isn't as readily available. Whether it's used as a dip, a sauce for Tex-Mex dishes, or a zesty addition to scrambled eggs, salsa provides Amish families with a convenient, flavor-packed ingredient. For anyone looking to add both convenience and savings to their pantry, Amish-style salsa is a perfect example of how canning turns simple ingredients into something special. Recipe 3: Pizza sauce, more than just for pizza night. Amish families love using homemade pizza sauce, but it's not just reserved for pizza. This versatile sauce makes its way into casseroles, pasta dishes, and even soups, adding depth and Italian-inspired flavor to any meal. Since they make the sauce from scratch, Amish families can save significantly compared to buying store-bought options, and they know exactly what's going into each jar, no preservatives or artificial flavors. The Amish pizza sauce starts with garden-ripe tomatoes, simmered with onions, garlic, and a mix of Italian herbs like oregano, basil, and thyme. Some families add a pinch of sugar to balance the tomato's natural acidity, creating a sauce that's both rich and slightly sweet. When tomatoes are plentiful in late summer, Amish families can make large batches of pizza sauce and preserve them to enjoy year-round. For canning, Amish cooks typically use a water bath canner, but some may use a pressure canner for extra shelf stability. The prepared pizza sauce is ladled into sterilized jars, sealed tightly, and submerged in boiling water to process, ensuring a solid seal. This method allows Amish families to store their homemade pizza sauce for months without refrigeration, a benefit for families with limited access to modern amenities. Stocking pizza sauce in the pantry eliminates the need for store-bought jars and allows families to have a versatile sauce at hand for a variety of meals. Pizza night becomes simple and cost-effective since everything except the cheese is homemade, and since Amish pizza sauce contains no preservatives, it's a healthy choice that fits the Amish preference for wholesome, natural ingredients. This pizza sauce also doubles as a pasta sauce in a pinch, with just a bit of extra garlic or basil to enhance the flavors. With pizza sauce on hand, Amish families know they have a flavorful base for quick and easy meals, from homemade pizza to hearty Italian-style casseroles. I remember my first attempt at making homemade pizza sauce. I got a little too enthusiastic with the oregano. Let's just say my kitchen smelled like an Italian pizzeria for a week, and my family thought we'd moved to Tuscany. The Amish, though, know just how to balance those Italian herbs perfectly, and they even make sure every jar has the same homemade, rich flavor. Their approach to pizza sauce is all about quality control and knowing exactly how much seasoning is just right. For those interested in canning, pizza sauce is a great recipe to start with, offering both savings and versatility. Recipe 4: Pineapple zucchini, the Amish fruit substitute. One of the more inventive canning recipes in Amish kitchens is pineapple zucchini, a clever dish that transforms humble zucchini into a surprisingly sweet, fruit-like treat. Despite its name, there's no pineapple involved in this recipe. Instead, Amish families use zucchini and fruit juice to create a flavor and texture similar to canned pineapple, giving them a low-cost, versatile alternative to tropical fruits. This recipe shows just how creative the Amish can be with their garden produce. making use of their zucchini harvest in unique and surprising ways. The process for pineapple zucchini begins with fresh, firm zucchini from the garden. The zucchini is peeled, seeded, and chopped into small chunks, similar in size to pineapple pieces. These pieces are then soaked in a solution of pineapple juice, lemon juice, and a touch of sugar to infuse them with a fruity, sweet flavor. The acidity of the lemon juice helps balance the sweetness and keeps the zucchini from tasting too bland. This mix of juices gives the zucchini a flavor profile that mimics real pineapple quite closely. Once the zucchini is prepared and flavored, it's packed into sterilized jars along with more of the juice mixture. The jars are then processed using a hot water bath canner, which preserves the zucchini and makes it shelf-stable for months. This method allows Amish families to enjoy the sweet taste of pineapple year-round without the cost of buying actual canned pineapple. In Amish kitchens, pineapple zucchini is a pantry favorite that can be used in a variety of ways, from snacks to desserts. One of the best things about pineapple zucchini is its versatility. Amish families use it as a side dish, serve it with cottage cheese, or even add it to fruit salads. Kids especially love it as a snack, enjoying the novelty of pineapple that's actually made from zucchini. For Amish cooks, this recipe provides a fun and frugal way to stretch the harvest, turning an often overabundant vegetable into a delightful treat. Some families even experiment with other fruit juices, like peach or apple, to create different flavor variations, offering more variety in the pantry. The financial savings are significant here. Zucchini is often one of the most plentiful and inexpensive crops during summer, especially for those who grow their own. By turning zucchini into a fruit-like product, Amish families avoid the cost of imported tropical fruits, saving money while still enjoying a flavorful sweet option in their meals. Additionally, making pineapple zucchini helps reduce food waste by using up zucchini that might otherwise be left in the garden or composted. This inventive recipe speaks to the resourcefulness and practicality of Amish cooking. Pineapple zucchini is more than just a novelty. It's a smart way to make the most of local produce and enjoy a bit of variety in the pantry. For those interested in creative canning ideas, pineapple zucchini is an ideal recipe to try, bringing a touch of sweetness and surprise to meals without breaking the budget. Recipe 5. Herbed potatoes, ready-to-serve sides. Potatoes are a staple ingredient in Amish cooking, and herbed potatoes are a favorite way to preserve them with added flavor and versatility. Herbed potatoes offer Amish families a ready-to-serve side dish that's both flavorful and convenient, ideal for quick and wholesome meals. By seasoning the potatoes before canning, Amish cooks create a pantry item that's delicious, nutrient-rich, and incredibly practical for busy days. The process of preparing herbed potatoes begins with fresh potatoes from the garden, peeled and cut into uniform chunks. The potatoes are then briefly boiled to soften them slightly, making them easier to pack into jars. The key to herbed potatoes lies in the addition of fresh herbs and seasoning. Rosemary, thyme, and garlic are common choices, adding aromatic flavor that elevates these potatoes beyond the basics. Some Amish families even use onion broth instead of water when canning, which infuses the potatoes with an extra layer of savory goodness. Once the potatoes are prepped and seasoned, they're packed tightly into sterilized jars topped with broth or water and sealed. Due to the low acidity of potatoes, Amish families use a pressure canner to ensure they're preserved safely. The high pressure and temperature keep the potatoes shelf-stable for extended periods, allowing Amish families to store jars of herb potatoes without refrigeration. After processing, these jars are checked for proper seals and stored in the pantry, ready for use whenever needed. With jars of herbed potatoes in the pantry, Amish families have an adaptable ingredient that saves time and effort. These potatoes can be mashed, roasted, or used in casseroles, making them a versatile base for countless meals. And since they're already seasoned, there's no need to add extra herbs or salt during cooking. This not only saves time, but also adds convenience, especially on busy days when a quick side dish is needed. Canning potatoes at home offers significant cost savings compared to purchasing canned or frozen seasoned potatoes from the store. By growing and preserving their own potatoes, Amish families make the most of each harvest, maximizing their garden's yield and reducing food waste. Herbed potatoes, with their ease of preparation and flavor, represent the Amish approach to home cooking. Simple, cost-effective, and full of homemade goodness. For those new to canning, herbed potatoes are an excellent way to get started. They offer all the convenience of a pre-made side dish without any preservatives or additives, bringing a touch of Amish practicality to your kitchen. With jars of herbed potatoes on hand, you'll always have a comforting, flavorful side ready to go. Recipe 6. Coleslaw Starter. Crunchy, tangy, and ready to serve. Coleslaw might not be the first thing that comes to mind when thinking of canned goods, but for the Amish, a coleslaw starter is an invaluable pantry item. This tangy, slightly sweet mixture of shredded cabbage, carrots, and sometimes bell peppers creates a ready-to-serve base for a quick side dish. Canning coleslaw starter allows Amish families to enjoy a fresh, crunchy side without needing fresh vegetables on hand, which is especially helpful during the winter months. The recipe for Amish-style coleslaw starter is simple but packed with flavor. Fresh cabbage, carrots, and onions are finely shredded and packed into jars with a sweet vinegar brine made from white vinegar, sugar, mustard seed, and often celery seed. This brine preserves the vegetables and provides that classic coleslaw tang, balancing sweetness with a bit of acidity. Some families add a touch of dill or even hot pepper flakes for extra flavor, making each batch unique to their preferences and traditions. Once the ingredients are prepped, the coleslaw starter is packed into jars, and the brine is poured over the vegetables until fully submerged. Amish families typically use the hot water bath method to can the coleslaw starter, sealing in freshness and creating a shelf-stable product that can last for months. Once processed, these jars are stored in the pantry, ready to be mixed with a little mayonnaise or dressing whenever coleslaw is needed. When it's time to serve, the coleslaw starter is drained and mixed with a bit of mayonnaise, creating a creamy, tangy slaw that pairs well with everything from barbecue and sandwiches to simple family dinners. Beyond its role as a side dish, canned coleslaw starter can be used as a topping for pulled pork, a filling for wraps, or even a fresh addition to green salads. Its versatility makes it a valuable pantry item that saves time without sacrificing flavor. The financial benefits are another major reason Amish families rely on coleslaw starters. By preserving seasonal cabbage and carrots, they can enjoy garden-fresh flavors year-round while avoiding costly store-bought sides. Canning coleslaw starter also reduces waste, as surplus cabbage and vegetables can be preserved instead of going to waste. For anyone seeking a simple yet useful canning recipe, coleslaw starter is a wonderful way to add flavor and convenience to the pantry. It's a practical, delicious solution that embodies the Amish focus on frugality, resourcefulness, and simple, delicious food. Recipe 7. Jam and Jelly. Sweetness in a jar. Jams and jellies have a special place in Amish kitchens, capturing the sweetness of summer and preserving it for enjoyment all year long. These fruit spreads are more than just a breakfast topping. They're used in Amish baking, swirled into oatmeal, and even added to yogurt or ice cream. With a variety of flavors on hand, Amish families enjoy the luxury of seasonal fruits year-round, all without the added sugars and preservatives of store-bought versions. The process for making Amish jam or jelly begins with seasonal fruits, often homegrown or bought from local farms. Popular choices include strawberries, blueberries, peaches, and blackberries, but Amish families experiment with whatever fruits are abundant. The fruit is washed, chopped, and cooked down with sugar, and sometimes a splash of lemon juice to balance the sweetness and enhance natural flavors. While many commercial jams use pectin for thickening, Amish recipes often skip this additive, allowing the fruit's natural sugars to set the jam's texture. Once the jam reaches the right consistency, it's ladled into sterilized jars and processed in a hot water bath to ensure safe preservation. This canning method allows Amish families to keep jars of jam in the pantry for extended periods without refrigeration. Because each batch is made during peak harvest, the jam is bursting with fresh flavor, a reminder of warm summer days even in the depths of winter. Jars of homemade jam are also a popular gift among Amish families, often shared with neighbors and friends as a token of goodwill. This tradition reflects the strong community bonds in Amish life, where food is not only sustenance, but a means of connection. Having homemade jam on hand also reduces the need to buy expensive, additive-laden spreads, resulting in both cost savings and a healthier, more natural product. For anyone interested in learning to can, jams and jellies are a delightful place to start. They're easy to make, versatile, and bring a touch of homemade sweetness to every meal. In true Amish spirit, homemade jams and jellies honor the harvest, minimize waste, and add rich, fruity flavors to daily life, all while saving money. Since you've stayed with us this long, here's a bonus recipe just for you. Pickled vegetables, a tangy, shelf-stable snack. Pickled vegetables are a pantry favorite in Amish homes, providing a tangy, crunchy addition to meals year-round. From cucumbers and carrots to beets and green beans, the Amish pickle a variety of vegetables to create colorful, flavorful jars that add zest to even the simplest dishes. These pickled treats are more than just snacks. They're a great way to preserve a bountiful harvest and enjoy the taste of fresh vegetables even in the winter months. The Amish pickling process starts with fresh, crisp vegetables that are thoroughly cleaned and cut into slices or spears. They then prepare a brine made from white vinegar, water, salt, and spices. Traditional spices like dill, garlic, mustard seeds, and bay leaves add depth and a bit of heat to the flavor, making each jar unique and delicious. Each family may have its own secret spice blend that gives their pickles a signature taste, passed down through generations. Once the vegetables and brine are ready, they're packed into jars, making sure each piece is fully covered by the liquid. Amish cooks use the hot water bath method to seal the jars, ensuring they'll stay fresh for months. This method also enhances the flavor over time, as the vegetables absorb the brine's tangy aromatic essence. Pickled vegetables can be stored on pantry shelves, offering a vibrant, shelf-stable side dish that adds life to any meal. Pickled vegetables serve many purposes in Amish cooking. They're a tasty side for hearty meals, can be added to sandwiches for extra crunch, or even chopped into salads. Their shelf stability makes them a cost-effective alternative to store-bought pickles, which often contain artificial preservatives and excess salt. With homemade pickles, Amish families can enjoy a healthier version of these tangy treats that's both budget-friendly and free of additives. Another benefit of pickling is that it prevents food waste by preserving vegetables that might otherwise spoil during peak harvest season. Amish families embrace this method not only to save money, but also to make the most of their crops. For anyone looking to try their hand at canning, pickled vegetables are a fun and rewarding recipe that brings the best of the garden to the table all year long. I once tried pickling cucumbers at home, thinking I'd make a batch to last through the winter. I didn't realize how quickly the vinegar smell would fill the house. I'm pretty sure even the family dog looked like he was pickled by the end of it. The Amish, however, have a way of blending spices and vinegar so well that their pickles come out tasting like perfection in a jar without an overwhelming scent taking over the whole neighborhood. Canning is about more than just filling jars. It's about capturing the season, saving money, and connecting with a timeless way of living. We've explored some amazing methods that not only keep food fresh but also honor nature's bounty in the healthiest ways possible. Each of these recipes offers a unique glimpse into the Amish way of life, where tradition and resourcefulness meet to create a sustainable, affordable pantry. Whether you enjoyed this look into the Amish way of preserving food or just want to try a few canning recipes of your own, don't forget to press the subscribe button now to see more Amish and traditional ways of living healthy. Let us know in the comments if you've ever tried canning at home or plan to start after learning about these Amish techniques. If you're interested in learning more about preserving food, click on the video popping up here to see other ways of preservation. Happy preserving!